morning. Let's see what you do on a normal day.
Well, a normal day consists of more of this. Helping out some customers and some friends. This is actually a friend of mine's vehicle that he wanted to convert to two-door, and I still have to build a roof. Last time we did this, I still have some tweaking to do. It's not there completely tied in because of rot. I need to first fix this car properly. That's why I'm going to concentrate on this floor today. So jump along and let's take a journey together. And now I'll make this floor plate because it's not 100% left and right. This car's bitten me before. Right, let me do this and this. Lots of differences between left and right in this car. I can't understand why so much, but okay. The rust even is rusted different places. But yeah, we'll fix it. That's what we're doing here. Glue everything together with some tape. Hopefully it doesn't mess me about. So I'm using some old pieces of cardboard because I can. You know what? Let me just see something. I can just do this. No, I can't. Alright. Alright. Like I say, lots of small differences, like this corner here. It's not the same on both sides. It's how the car was manufactured. And this bend here where the exhaust is running through the floor. See, it's straight here, it's got a bend here. So that's why I say lots of small little creases and differences. But we'll save it. Let me just shape this. Get it to what I need. One big piece of patch. Bit more over here. Right. Get some tape. Just glue this together so I can shape it. Get my contours. Just small patches just to hold it. Right. Then quickly want to do that edge there. And after that edge, I'll start doing corners. Let me square this off a bit. I don't need that much, do I? Making my template. Like so. Now we'll do that. That should be close. Let's see, maybe I can come up a bit more because I want some meat because this whole section is rotten actually. Do that. Now I can start trimming and making my corners. And we'll make it like so. We'll cut that just now. Because this is actually where the car is the worst. With that side, we didn't have so much of an issue on this. Right. Let me quickly cut that while I can. Making sure it's flush with the floor still. As it looks. But there we go. We've got a rough idea.
Well, you make it look easy to build cars.
I hope so. Just want to teach some people and inspire them. That's all what this is about. There ain't better people than car people. I do love my car people, my car friends. Lucky enough, I've got many of them. Let me just give myself a bit extra so I can lob this out and shape it. I like to normally get the outline first.
Outlines. Right.
So, right. Now that I should have it, to get the wheel of death and let's chop this thing. Right. See how much different this is from the previous one. This is the old one. Just different positions and angles. That's why we decided we'll do a show on this as well. Let me quickly just cut this and trim this thing to shape and do all my pie cuts and relief cuts. Then I'll use my old mallet, my trusty old mallet, to shape it to the inside of the floor first, then cut out that floor, get the cross braces, pin the spot welds off as well, and lay this in and quickly weld it. When this baby is off the chassis, we'll tie everything in underneath that we have to. Still a lot of work on this car. Next time I spool this engine. Let's continue. Right, this is me checking my work. Like you see, I always cut a 1/4 inch or so a bit extra, so I've got more metal to play with when bending and shaping. Let me continue. Now I need to make my pie cuts. I wonder, where's my cookie? Let me mark it and cut it. Right, that seems legit. Legit enough. Amazing how it actually changed because of the extra lengths that I added. Because I know the left hand floor on that poor car far worse than we had on the right. Right, let me quickly chop this and then we can start shaping it to the old floor Get it roughly like the old floor, as close as possible, and then we can do our thing. Cut things out and weld them. Right. Now, let me start bending and shaping. Just joking with that. Just getting the rough shape. I'm thinking, let's pull this up. And I'm gonna try and bend this thing by hand. And then we'll panel beat and bend and panel beat. That's how we're gonna do it. Might just go and get my jig and bend it as well. I thought I'm gonna bend it by hand. Right. That seems about right. We bent the side up because I know the floor isn't square, it runs at an angle. That should be sufficient. Let me just flat this. I'll panel beat that the way I need it. My portable bender. Right, let me just get this in a bit more and bend it. Think about there. There we go. I'll shape and bend it a bit better in the car, but that's roughly what I need. This as well, where I marked it with the hammer, should be something like so. Now let's go and panel beat it and shape it according to that floor, the existing piece of it. Alright, it needs to come forward a bit. So I'll start from one side. And move it into place as I want it to contour perfectly to this old floor. Here we go. This also. Right. And this is how I'm going to go about until it sits flush with the old floor, and it will look something like that. Why I use the mallet is I don't want to ding the thing all over. Like you can see, it's shaping now. Right. Now I need to work his edges. Work some, leave some, work some. That corner needs to be modified. Right. Don't want to go through the rotten floor yet. like you can see, we're slowly getting there. Couple of passes with the hammer and we'll have it in place. And that's the way of doing it without fancy equipment. Let me shape it here. Getting closer. We'll shape it better when we weld it as well. Just mark this. I need to trim here, here. Need to trim there. Right. Need to trim there. Trim there. Right around. The excess metal that I cut extra, I'm gonna have to be trimming out, which is perfect by me. Right. Perfect. These two should but almost, yes. That's also perfect. Now, cut that. Right. After cutting that, I'll place this again inside. I'll mark where I want to cut this with a little bit extra, and we'll start tacking it in. Let me mark this where I want to cut it. Remembering Sharpies don't like rust. But this should be roughly where I want it. Right. Mark this out. And this out. This will come in here. When I'm busy tacking, I'll shape it some more, get it in its place there. But yeah, this is a footwell. Now comes the fun bit. The rust delete kit. Let me quickly just get a marker. Yeah, I can be glad I haven't fall through yet. And yeah, we've got a couple of spots of rust still to do in this vehicle. On the outer side on the skins. But after this floor, it's pretty much all the floors. And then just that bump. Right. Let's cut this bad boy up. Now, if I remember, it's got a subframe here somewhere. So I'm going to actually chop through the rust here. Work my way towards that subframe. So I can take out the spot welds. just maneuver around. I think I'm gonna drop this back section first. Right, that's pretty much a cooked floor. Get up, get it out. That's what was left of the floor. We dump it. Subframe is right here. So I'm going to systematically chop this, get my hammer and chisel and break the spot welds so that I can get this in. And then later stage, we'll spot weld that back to the subframe from underneath, or when we've got it off the chassis actually. And then when we're done, I can fix this also to the beam, close my gaps and everything to get it perfect. Subframe exposed, and get my hammer and chisel and quickly break them spot welds. Right, let me start getting into these spot welds. This thing's been so rotten. Wow, a lot of rust. But once I've got the spot welds out, we can start buzzing that floor in. We'll first tack it and shape it a bit. Like you can see, it's a pretty simple floor on the original floor as well. That's why we didn't even bother to put lines or anything. And it's going to be a two-seater car when we're done. Right, it's up to there. Let me quickly butcher a bit out. So we can continue to the next section to get this floor out. Liberate this car from its own floor. And that's basically how it's going to be. Well, we know why it's got so much rust. Look at all the crud. Gee whiz. I've got a mountain of dirt in here to clean out. Just get in here this way. Wow, can you believe it? Well, it's one thing they did well. Chevy built cars very well. Just chop this bit. Right, get in there and let me finish getting this part out. It should only be in a corner here still. Let me break its rust. Sure. There we go. One bit's out. We'll have a look at all the rust just now. We get to the front part of this. So much rust you can't even see where there were spot welds actually. But we'll get to that. Right, I can take that rusted piece out. Now that we can see why most of the rust, let's clean this out quickly. Well, I'm surprised there's still chassis left. Still frame left. Wow. There's actually a brace between. Here's the chassis. It's an X-frame. Alright. So this is just a brace, but I'm surprised it's still here and not rotted through. Let's just get it cleaned. When I've got the car off the chassis, we'll probably end up cleaning this a bit more and welding it to the floor. Now we're just doing a patch panel on top. But yeah, let me just clean that a bit better before I patch this panel in. Just get all the scrap out, get it clean to a degree so that we can coat it later. Or give a coat also before we do this floor panel now. Now it's time to tack, play. And then we'll have a floor in place at least. Without getting burned. Now I'll just shape it, crack it, shape it. Until it's how I want it. And here we'll just cut it on the sides so we can butt weld it nicely. That should have taken care of most of the rust in this vehicle.
Are you done now?
For all the hillbillies from Africa, I think I'm done now. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe for more content on my rusty piles of junk. Peace out.
Fire it up!